Welcome back to the city of Damascus in Cities Skylines. Today we have some areas that we will finish and I'm excited about that. Before we get into that, just want to show you how this area has grown. I left the game rolling a little bit while I was recording some cinematics, and this area has filled up quite nicely. So I believe we do have all the zoning now covered. Is this a building? Yes, that's a building. So I think we do have all the areas covered now. They are still updating. There are some buildings still that need to level up, things like that. But that's all normal. But I am happy with how this looks like right now. And I love that we kept the style of the self-sufficient buildings over here, because this actually looks pretty good, and this actually ties up with Central Park here and makes this all get a little bit more integrated in between these areas. Now, we won't keep working on this area at the moment because I do want to come over here and finalize this bit over there. But as you know me, I'll probably do a little bit more than just that, and I'll actually build on this side as well. We do have some space underground here for roads to cross. This was all intentional when we built this area. I think we even mentioned that I want to do something like that. And we'll connect both sides, that side, we'll connect this over here as well. This area, I might bring a bridge over here, but also another road in there, maybe like even a service road or something like this. And I think that would all fit well together. Other than that, I will look around, see if there are any other things that we might need to do while we are building this. And that'll be also a small, let's say, a small surprise. I got a suggestion on the last video, and I would like to do that because I think that might be cool and should be simple enough for me to do something like that. So without further ado, let's jump into the build. We're finally back. So I'm pretty pleased with the results so far. There are still some buildings growing, as you can see on your left side there. There are some empty space, but that's a lot in here. And as always, I've built quite a lot more than I set out to do, but I think I achieved the goals in here and what I want to do. Love this station, by the way. This is from the train station's content creator pack, and it looks fantastic, and it's pretty busy as well. Before I show you where we are and give you some context about things here, traffic 82%, we are good. For population, we now have 21,000 jobs missing, or 20,000 jobs missing now, which is fantastic. When we started at 40,000 more or less. So we are catching up finally, and I'm very, very pleased with that. Also, 618,000 people. As I show you around, the city will keep growing and we will get more and more. So this is basically where we are. We have the forestry industry in here, Fisherman Village, Sunset Boulevard, which we have the Polytechnic Institute and the land and the financial district on the right side here. And so we've built this area and this area over here. Now, there are a few things in there. Oh, and this one as well. Forgot about this little bit in here. Or this was done. This was done. Sorry, I'm making up things as I go. But all right, let's start from here. Obviously, we have this, which is the Tree of Life mandala. So, two big tanks in here. One for thing to suggest that we do some sort of mandala in here. This is very simple. I didn't want to do anything too complex, but I want to like follow a round shape and use that in our favor and have this massive tree here in the middle that felt really good to add, and I'm quite pleased with this park. Very simple park, doesn't have a lot of entertainment, as you can see. Should have one, not many visitors. I might even reduce the price for this one just to see if we get more visitors in there, because this is quite nice. But the second one is for Jax. So Jax is our moderator on the Discord server, and on the last live stream he showed me that if I grab, like, let's pick one tree and I'll add this tree over, if I can add that tree. Yeah, right? So we have this tree. If I get move it, select it and press the full stop sign, I can increase that. And the comma sign, I can decrease the size of this. So we can do like tiny bushes or a huge pine tree over here. And this is fantastic. I didn't know that, and it's like playing this game for a few years and still figuring out stuff in here. So quite nice. But we got in there, and in here we have some sort of transition. As you can see, it's all low density, but then you start seeing one or another a high density residential, and we transition to full density or full high density over here to match with what we had on the other side. In terms of zoning, this is all the same neighborhood in here. I'm pretty sure that I've done this space in here now that it's coming back. Because I remember increasing the size of Fisherman Park in here. So I did increase, and yeah, you can see buildings level up in there. Fisherman Park as well, and or Fisherman Village, I should say. Add some more buildings, kept some of the trees in there. I want to keep some areas a little bit greener in here, especially closer to the highway, things like that. Did that road to cross between the train station that I mentioned before I started, and also added this nice little tunnel in here that just goes through there, and I added some keys to hide some of the weird things that was happening here. Quite like it. And then this goes all the way through here and connects into this industrial area for Concord Wood. So this is done, and I'm quite happy with that. Now on this side, I've actually added the Cathedral of Plenitude in there. We need that building to unlock. Let me remember what it does unlock. This unlocks the Eden project, and now we are done and we have that building available. I don't know if you remember, but we unlocked everything by accident. The only thing that we are missing in here is the Meteorite Park. We don't have that yet, and I think that's it. We have everything else for all the other buildings, and the old market street for the castle of Lord Chipwick. So we can build some monuments now if we want to. So I'll build that. I've built the Pillar of Wonders in there. I think it's quite good sitting by the river, and you have a lot of public transportation here, which I will show you in a second. And I've also built, let me go back, the airport park, yeah. And I've built the stadium over here. So it was one of the unique buildings that we also needed in there. Now, going back to where we were before, there we go. I think that's all we've done. Added some, well, a lot of details like on these roundabouts, all the crossings. I've ended up adding crossings everywhere in here, with all being high density. I think this area would be quite busy, so that made sense in my mind to add all of those buildings in there. And just while I'm talking, we increase almost 3,000 people in the city. Yay! So in here, we do have the train station that I mentioned, or metro station. I just had that stop in here. We already had this big line going through there. And just take a look at how busy things are in here. These are the stations. We have very busy stations here and there, actually. And as you can see, there are reasons why we have 600 of capacity. We do get up there, which is quite good. And this is a pretty busy line. So quite happy with this. Cove Place Airport and Forest Industry, which is this one, 2,110 passengers, which is the biggest one that we have. Fantastic. Now, this has a connection in here with a bus stop. As you can see, this bus stop gets quite busy, and we are using the Roads of Japan commuter bus. But looking at the line details in there, we do have quite a few busy stops in there. But the reason why I do have 74 is this station or this stop over here. This gets really busy. At the moment we have, which one is that? I think that one is the one with 8 at the moment. But as soon as these people all get down to there, they'll all walk through here and actually get into this station. So just hope I can show you. Yeah, they're coming. A lot of them that will just jump in their car, that's fine. But there is a lot that will just walk in here. And then you see this stop going up and up in the number. As you can see, 27, 30, and you'll go for 40, 50, and so on. So that's a good reason for why we do have these buses with that capacity. In terms of where that goes, it's basically going, let me select the bus in here, just so I can show you. It goes across the Sunset Square. We do have an extra stop at the cathedral in there, and then we go all the way through the Tree of Life mandala and back to the Fisherman Park, all the way to this metro station in here. So it attains quite a lot of areas, and it does work really well, I would say. Really happy with this. More public transportation, less cars on the road, and this area has been traffic free. I think this is just the bit that gets a little bit busier, as we have very short stretch of roads in here, and this is never a good idea. And with all of them jumping their cars over here, you see that quite a lot. And yeah, that bus could have waited for everyone. But this gets a little bit busy, but it still works really well. So I've done, I think, one more little change in here, which was done doing this roundabout. There was a lot of cars backing up in here, getting out of the highway, getting here, and going to this area. Adding the roundabout freed up the traffic that was coming from here and getting to the right, and the ones that were coming from here getting to the left. So it's working much better, and everyone should be a lot happier as well. Now, I believe this kind of completes this little area in here. We can still build on Concord Wood, but Sunset Square, I imagine it's now done. Obviously, we will need to wait for them to finish building up in this area. They're doing it 622, and I believe when we are back in the next episode, this will be all up and running pretty well. But really happy with the outcome there. The stations this station is not as busy, as you can see. Not many people in there. Do we even have like any? Yeah, we do have a stop in here. Can I use this to get I could actually connect this directly in there. And as this line actually comes through here, let me see. It's this one. Yeah, it goes all the way here. So what I'll do, I'll actually bring this line all the way to Central Park and Rocky Hills in here that we've built in the last episode. And then I think this will work much better for us. Let me do this and I'll be right back. And there we go. Too easy to do this. And now we have this connection coming all the way through here. And we have more areas interconnected by train as well. Our trains are not very popular, so it does have this line, which is the one that we see above here going to Central Park. This one is this one, so 138 passengers. And as you can see, not really many people in there. We could even try to reduce the number of passengers that we have. I will try to use this one, 240. That's the minimum that we have, and I think that works a little bit better. We will spend less money at least on this, and we don't need as much capacity as we had that before. And for this one, yeah, 250 at 240. I'll keep it in there. It's definitely not busy, but I'll just keep it for us to be able to see more and more trains going around. So that is always very cool. And this area is almost completed now with all the buildings growing up. What is going on here? There is a train going out and a train coming in, returning to the station. Good. Okay, I think that is all for today. Plenty of things done today and a lot more growth. And I like to be back doing these low density areas as well. They work well, they look good, and I think they fit quite nicely. So let me know in the comments what you think. I do appreciate all the comments and suggestions. The Tree of Life mandala was a suggestion from Tim, as I mentioned before. So thank you very much. Thank you, Jax, for the suggestion on how to resize the trees as well. I really appreciate that. And next episode will definitely be the train ride that we'll go through, or big train line that we have. And on the same week, we will also have my build for the Skyline 6, which is a build between 5 builders from the Skyline 16 plus 5 guests. I almost forgot one there. That I'm a guest builder in there, and my episode is going live on Sunday next week, not this Sunday, the week after. So I really hope to see you there. We'll do a premiere. I'll watch it with you as well. And if you haven't already, watch the previous episodes, because I think that city is currently looking amazing, and I'm really excited to be part of this build together with everyone. And I can't wait to do my part in there. But for now, thank you very much. Thank you for all your likes, comments, suggestions, and ideas. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.